Happy Menu Monday. I'm Devin O'Day, and our devotion today, February 6th, He will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. Now I want to ask you, what book of the Bible do you think that comes from? He will yet fill your mouth with laughter and your lips with shouts of joy. From Job, can you believe it? Job 8:21. No matter from which angle it is viewed, even though sadness, the whole of life is marvelous. For healing tears nourish seeds of joy in the waiting heart. I just love that. Thank you, Terry Pugh, for that devotion book that you sent me. And I thought, let's just throw that in on a Menu and Motivation Monday. It's time for our business spotlight on Middle Tennessee Electric.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd. The goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Don't miss a minute of the action this season. Visit NashvillePredators.com/tickets to get your seats today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets. And we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
In simpler times, electricity made life easier in rural America. And today, with virtually every modern convenience and tool still depending on those currents, the power system is continuously evolving. The growing needs and demands of users are driving a merging of the power grid with robust telecommunications infrastructure. Energy experts say in order to ensure members have access to reliable, affordable energy, the Electric Grid 2.0 needs to be tightly integrated while embracing green initiatives.
It is vitally important that the future grid is integrated for renewable energy, the grid of the future. As we think about the evolution of the grid to Grid 2.0, the smart grid, it's something that will transform the way we are able to consume energy and adapt green alternatives into the power mix. It's a very exciting time to think about where we're headed and what we're doing for the grid of the future.
Founded in 1936, Middle Tennessee Electric is the largest electric cooperative in the Tennessee Valley, serving more than 600,000 people across 11 counties. Established by its members to serve its members, MTE has built a long storied history of reliable, affordable, and safe electricity. Today, MTE is focusing on ensuring the evolution of the power grid, helping members navigate through the energy sources available and make use of more eco-friendly, renewable, and cleaner options.
We are part of a great American story. Depression era, 1930s, electricity was making life better for Americans, but not in rural America. In rural America, the energy companies of the day deemed it infeasible to string power to those areas. So that gap between feasibility and need gave rise to the electric cooperative movement. Farmers and homeowners in Middle Tennessee banded together, and with help from Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal, they worked together, they built this company, and for the last 85 years, we have been working not-for-profit, delivering electricity affordably, reliably, safely, to make life better for those that we serve.
Whether it's the addition of more renewables, enabling the full potential of electric vehicles, or empowering each person to have more insight and control over energy efficiency choices, MTE is leading the way.
To be a leader in updated green technology means so many different things today, but at Middle Tennessee Electric, it boils down to, I think, fundamentally the marriage of the traditional electric grid with a highly sophisticated communications network. And so thinking about bringing fiber optics to bear with the electric grid means that we can begin to do things that we couldn't imagine just a decade ago. So thinking about bringing renewable energy to people's homes and businesses, thinking about different ways that we integrate the distribution grid to serve at higher levels of reliability, world-class levels of reliability, become empowered as you bring together the telecommunications network and the traditional electric grid for the grid of the future. Now, some of the things that we're doing at Middle Tennessee Electric, those include things like 100% renewable options. We're one of 2 utilities across the entire Tennessee Valley that offers our residential members and our small businesses an opportunity for us to solve the problem for them. So we will make sure that 100% of their consumption comes from in-valley renewable sources. Other things that we're doing include our cooperative solar program, which is a local solar solution right here in our footprint that allows access to people getting renewable energy from a local source.
The reason why I became a solar customer was really born of me building my own house. And I contacted Philip Price with Middle Tennessee Electric. He came in, and through some conversations with him and the guy who designed my house, I really designed the house so I could put solar panels on it. As it turned out, I was the first cooperative solar participant. Middle Tennessee Electric made it really simple for me to achieve my clean energy goals. The panels, in addition to generating that power, have a positive impact on our local economy. They positively impact our communities, creating the jobs as well as enhancing our quality of life by generating the clean power that we all need.
An evolution in the way electricity is delivered, coupled with ever-increasing member expectations, pushes us to be innovative if we're to successfully deliver on our mission. Along with ever wider deployment of renewable energy, we have to be opportunistic when it comes to advanced energy technologies if we're to be who we ought to be for our members.
Just as we've done since 1936, we've focused on improving the lives of the members we serve. That's just as important today as it has been in the past, and it's something that we will not waver on now or in the future.
Learn more today about Middle Tennessee Electric. Energy, service, life. For more information, go to mte.com or call 877-777-9020.
I absolutely love the electric cooperatives around Middle Tennessee, like our friends at Dixon Electric, Middle Tennessee Electric. They've been around, and we don't always think about the rural areas all around Nashville that are served by the cooperatives and what they're doing. And I know that they have some amazing solar programs, so you can check into those and see if there's one at a cooperative near you. The Daily Yummy brings us a question that is answered in the Campbell's Soup Kitchen. How to poach an egg? Well, Campbell's tells you how. This is brought to you by the Distribution Center at Walmart. They are hiring. Walmart Supply Chain is hiring in Lebanon. Earn up to $22.25 an hour when you join our new fulfillment center. Enjoy competitive pay and premium perks, including 100% paid college tuition, 401k match, flexible schedules, a free Walmart Plus membership that includes discounts, and free Paramount Plus, paid time off, and so much more. Fulfilling work starts right here. Text JOIN to 240-240. That's JOIN 240-240 to apply now. It's time for our Daily Giggle, brought to us by 50 Forward, all around Middle Tennessee, serving the community of 50 plus with dancing, activities, eating together, a lot of fellowship, crafts, you name it. 50 Forward is there, and there is one near you, 50forward.org. And they're encouraging you to be part of the Million People Survey. They want you to join the survey from the National Institute of Health called All of Us, taking all of our medical information as far as the asking the questions and answering the questions about our health, so that our age group is represented and our people group is represented. No matter what color we are, no matter what gender we are, we need to be counted. And of course, no matter what age we are. So to enjoy and be a part of this organization, you can go to the 50forward.org website, 50forward tn.org website, or you can just go to joinallofus.org/50forward. They bring you the Daily Giggle. Isn't that the cutest thing? Okay. Hey, watch the baby. I've got to go in and get some things for the car. And he just goes right into action. Rocking that little stroller. That's so cute. And I thought since today was a short one, let's take another look at our Daily Giggle.
Oh, look at you, you pretty princess.
I wanna come home to roses.
Happy birthday, loves. Let me stew.
When you have daddies and daughters, I just think that's so precious. It's getting really close to my late father's birthday, so I'm a little bit in my feels. I'm just going to say, so all these wonderful daddy-daughter videos, they kind of have my heart. So for all you daddies, girls, just get used to it. It's going to be one of those kind of weeks. We always talk a lot about tourism in our own hometown. And let's talk a little bit about Franklin and the entrepreneurs and the conference center that they have where they can hold events. If you're thinking about a convention in the Nashville area, Franklin is a nice adjacency when it comes to a convention.
When we began the process of planning our statewide conference, we wanted this conference to really reflect Williamson County itself.
Franklin is our hometown. This is our backyard. This is where we want people to come and experience the city.
The energy surrounding our conference has been heightened because of the location. People are excited about coming here. There's shopping, there's restaurants, there's entertainment, there's scenery, there's the beautiful historic downtown area. There's just so much to offer.
We've hosted events here for 200 people, and we've hosted events here for 4,000 people. And the character that's in this building and the team of people who run this place, the parking, the foot traffic, just so many other great tenants that are here. That's why we host every single event that we put on right here.
The real draw has been a little something different with a lot of charm and a lot of class.
We couldn't find a better spot to host our events.
One thing we pride ourselves on is the kindness of Southern courtesy. When you travel through Tennessee and Georgia during the holiday season, you can expect to be welcomed with open arms, a good time, and plenty of food.
We love having visitors travel through our states. We also love keeping our roadways safe. So as you pass through, just remember to show courtesy too.
Use your turn signals so other drivers can navigate safely around you.
Don't tailgate. Tailgating is aggressive driving. Instead, allow other vehicles the space of one car length to create a safe stopping distance.
Use lane courtesy, which means to drive right and pass left. You'll get better gas mileage and arrive to your destination faster.
When other drivers need to get over, let them pass. Use eye contact and be attentive.
Don't text and drive. Keep your phone down and head up.
Look for pedestrians, especially at crosswalks and busy intersections.
Never drink and drive, and always buckle up.
If you see emergency vehicles or anyone distressed on the side of the road, slow down and move over. They will appreciate it.
And finally, when someone else is kind to you, make sure to pay it forward.
They would have played in a doghouse if it had a sign outside that said Writers' Nights. And so we had wonderful people playing all the time. And I just thought, Writers' Nights. I want to do more Writers' Nights. Don and Fred Knobloch, who had been playing very nicely together on stage, came in one Sunday night and said, we think we should set up in a circle in the middle of the room and play like we're in somebody's living room. And we'll call it In the Round. And when everybody sobered up the next day, I remembered that, and I said, okay, let's do it.
The Bluebird in Nashville is a fixture institution for the world of singer-songwriting. While most people have heard about the legendary songwriter nights at the Bluebird, they know less about its humble beginnings. During college, Amy realized she wanted to open a restaurant and proceeded to open what would become the legendary Bluebird Cafe. Opening a restaurant meant learning on the fly.
You cannot be everything to everybody. You cannot just shotgun out everything you want to do and see what sticks. You need to figure out what you like to do and what's working and do that.
What was working was songwriter nights and the collection of blossoming young artists that they drew. Amy realized that there might be something to recognizing the Bluebird's true market, songwriters.
It turned out I was not marketing the Bluebird to audiences, to people come see shows at my place. What I needed to do was market the Bluebird to the musicians. It had to become the place of choice to play.
The Bluebird welcomed many young performers who were soon to be stars, including Garth Brooks and Taylor Swift.
They have both been very good friends to the Bluebird. They come back, and these people don't forget.
All good things must come to an end. Amy decided to step away from the Bluebird, passing it off to the Songwriters Association. Her spirit lives on in the halls of the Bluebird.
And so all of those wonderful things that happened, the TV show, the movie, The Thing Called Love, they happened in my era. They happened mostly because of luck and hard work.
Thank you, Amy Kurland. I love you so much. And the things that she's done since the Bluebird have far surpassed it. She has done so much work in the recovery community, and we are so grateful to the Entrepreneur Center and their Hall of Fame interviews that they did. And we share that one with you, and you can check out the Entrepreneur Center. And I wanted you to know some of the history behind the Bluebird. We see the TV shows and we hear about it, but we don't realize that it all started with the dream of one young woman, very young woman, and 3 of her songwriter friends who said, let's try this. And it's continued a wonderful tradition to this day. Well, the Department of Human Resources in Tennessee also has a wonderful motivation story. And this one is about Cody Williams.
I vacuum and then I wash tires and I do interior, which is, get all dirty stuff out of the car. I like the feeling that it's done in the right way because I don't want to be told I ain't done right and let me do it again.
Cody Williams has found a fresh start.
This spot right here?
In dirty cars.
Dirt crumbs.
A car accident left him with a traumatic brain injury.
I thought I would just sit around.
And an uncertain future.
I'm just waiting on my check every month.
But Cody wanted something better for himself.
He was so excited about it.
And vocational rehabilitation counselor Corey Schroeder helped him find it in this auto detail class at the Tennessee Rehabilitation Center in Smyrna. The center specializes in providing real-world job skills for people like Cody.
I am so proud of Cody. He is one of my cases that it's one of my best cases ever.
After graduating, Corey connected Cody with St. John's Community Services, an organization that helps match individuals with disabilities with employers.
It was an obvious fit for Cody to come in here with Charlie and his crew.
Dwayne Webb couldn't have been more right.
Failure was an option that I didn't want to have.
Cody doesn't just wash vehicles at Davis Automotive.
We've used him as a motivation.
Yeah, do the top first.
For work ethic for the rest of our employees.
Because the soap going to come down.
He sets a clean example of a model employee.
Here's someone that wants to work. He comes in, he's always happy, got a smile on his face, and he truly appreciates being here every day. And we try to reiterate that and show that to our other employees.
Seeing what Cody's been able to accomplish in a very short period of time has been very inspirational.
It is really how vocational rehabilitation needs to work.
It shows that, through the work that we do through St. John's, through Tennessee Voc Rehab, and through the willpower of the human spirit, that anything is possible.
Anything including a future that sparkles.
It's really great to get my own money.
In more ways than one.
I'm engaged. I don't want to buy a ring. I already got some money, but I don't want to get a lot more money, so it'll be a good ring.
I love that story. It made me tear up. This is from the Department of Tennessee, the state of Tennessee's Department of Vocational Rehabilitation and the Department of Human Resources. There are programs all over the state. You might have a loved one that can benefit. And the reason that we share some of these motivational stories is to turn you on to some programs that you might not be aware of. Maybe someone has undergone a change in their life that has changed them physically or mentally, but they are still so willing and so excited to be a part of life. There might be a program that can help you. TN.gov, the Department of Human Resources, is where you can start on the search for a new life. My friend Tammi Arender for RFD was just recently at the Cattlemen's Association meeting in New Orleans, Louisiana, but she got to check in with Forrie J. Smith, who is Lloyd on Yellowstone. And she said it was okay if we used this interview. And I know if you're a Yellowstone fan like me, you want to hear from Lloyd.
Of course, one of the highlights of the NCBA convention, all the speakers and everyone here, is to impart information, but also to entertain. And the connection to the cattle industry is key. And so the next guest I have is actually Forrie J. Smith, although you may recognize him as Lloyd Pierce, the ranch manager on Yellowstone. Forrie, thank you so much for being with us here today. And you know what, when you talk about real cowboy and somebody with a connection to the cattle industry, you're it, aren't you? Talk about your connection.
Pretty much. Well, I was raised in Montana on a little 70-head cow-calf operation. My granddad had a practice arena. We had rodeo cowboys around all the time. I was on the plane over here. I was trying to think of jobs that I've had outside of the agricultural world, and I think you can count them on one hand. Just love the lifestyle, love the people, love the idea that we're helping feed America, and I want to thank all you farmers and ranchers out there for feeding America. Rural America feeds America, and we need to get that word out there, and I thank you all for what you do with that.
Well, and we thank you for being an advocate for agriculture, because it obviously does mean a lot to you that you would come out here and you would do this. What do you hope when you come to something like this that somebody kind of takes away from being able to spend some time with you and listen to you?
Well, a quick example is doing the Tractor Supply convention in Nashville last July. And I thank them all for helping rural America, keeping rural America running. It's not just an 8-to-5 job. You're helping feed America by keeping rural America equipped with what they need, and I want to thank y'all for that. Well, the CEO of Tractor Supply came and gave me a hug and was like, why didn't I think of that? You know, he says, now we got everybody on a mission just instead of just an 8-to-5 job. And I think that's probably the thing I want to bring out, is to these young kids, the younger generation and stuff, that it's not just a job. You're not just a lifestyle. You're feeding your country. You're helping feed America.
Right.
And I hope it turns around to where rural America, the FFA kids and stuff are running this country pretty soon, because they're the only ones that seems like knows any responsibility and disciplines of anything besides this.
Right, right.
You know?
No, they are raised to be great leaders and to know the importance of agriculture and where our food comes from. Before I let you go, I mean, you have to tell us what it's like being on that set, since you have the knowledge of what it's really like to run a ranch. Is it the real deal?
Yes, ma'am.
On Yellowstone?
I commend Taylor Sheridan all the time with the time constraints, the budgets, and what he has available. He does a really good job of keeping things authentic, I think. You know, people don't realize we have to entertain.
Yeah.
It has to be entertaining, or a lot of people ain't going to watch next week.
Right.
So I commend Taylor all the time for how authentic he keeps things, and for bringing guys like me and Ethan Lee and Jake Reams and stuff on the show that are authentic and the real deal.
That's right. You kind of keep him in line there in more ways than one, right?
Yeah. Well,
that's his job on the show. In case you haven't watched Yellowstone, you got to keep the ranch hands in line, right?
Well, kind of, yeah. But the very first season, the first episode, I shared with Cole Hauser and Kevin Costner and Luke Grimes a story of about my grandfather when he told me that we're helping feed America. That's what this is all about. It's not about making the money. We're feeding our country. And they never thought of it from that aspect. And then later on, a couple episodes later, Taylor had Kevin in a speech say, ranching's the only industry that if you break even, you're considered successful. So, yeah,
That's
he's
right.
on it.
He's
Taylor's
on it. They're authentic and helping to share the story of what agriculture and ranching really means to America. I'm Tammi Arender at the NCBA convention in New Orleans for RFD TV. Back to you.
I thank you, Tammi Arender, my sister from another mister. So glad that you covered that. And I love Lloyd. And I know that I'm not alone in that. So leave your thoughts in the comments, and a shout out to our farmers while you're at it. Well, I wanted to take a quick look at the police department in Clarksville. You know, we talk about our troopers and we talk about our mounted police, but sometimes we forget that we have our boating police as well. The Clarksville Police Department boat patrol. I didn't know. Did you know that we have a boat patrol? Yes, we do. Clarksville, the city on the river. They have so many wonderful things and so many things that you would love to see as a tourist. And I thought we'd share and shine a little light on some of the metropolitan services and what they're doing in Clarksville to keep it safe and beautiful. If you don't know a lot about Clarksville, or maybe you live in Clarksville and you want to know more, This Week in Clarksville is our show, hosted by Stephanie Miller once a week. And you can find it on all of our Main Street Media television channels. You can find it on Main Street Clarksville on Facebook, Main Street Nashville on YouTube, and you can download our app. It's free, Main Street Media TV. Spell it all out, Main Street Media TV, and you can follow us by watching on Roku, Amazon Fire, and more. Well, that's our show for today, and I'm glad that you're with us. Be safe out there, be kind, but remember, most of all, you are loved.
We are home, we are family, we are things to do and places to see. Mom and pops, local grown, small business Saturdays. We are Main Street, Main Street, Main Street. We are your Main Street today.